Hello everyone, GAMERXCII here, and this Let's Talk video is going to be about both Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills 2020. So Halloween 2018 is the new sequel to the 1978 film, which means Halloween 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, H2O and Resurrection do not count in that timeline. It's its own timeline. It takes place 40 years after the original. And I've got to say, it is actually a really good film. I actually really did enjoy it. There are a few things, but I think that's because I've watched all the other films. But I think if you take all the films aside, it is a really good watch. It's joint top of my favourite Halloween films, along with Halloween 2, because it was good to see Jamie Lee Curtis back as Laurie, and also it was good to see Nick Castle as the original Shape. The only things I didn't like about it was Laurie's character. It just didn't make sense in some ways. I'm hoping it'll get explained a bit more in the flashbacks in Halloween Kills 2020. But yeah, she was a bit too Sarah Connor for me after One Night with Michael, and it just didn't make sense. It would have made more sense if Halloween 2 was included, maybe H2O, but then she wouldn't have a daughter, she'd have a son. But at least Halloween 2, because then you'd understand. But with just the events of the original Halloween, there's just not enough there to explain her character and for her to get Karen that way. But I'm hoping it'll get explained a bit more in the flashbacks in Halloween Kills. Then also, the only things I didn't like was Karen and Ray. I didn't like those characters. I think Karen more so because I think the actor that should have played Karen should have been Danielle Harris, who played Laurie's daughter in Halloween 4 and 5, even though those films were scrapped. I think it would have been a nice little nod to those films, even though they didn't count. And Ray's character, I've never known a character I won't miss in a film. That's the only way I can explain him. He was just, I think he was put in there to be killed, and certainly not a character I'm going to be missing. But I mean, those little things aside, it really is a good watch. I do highly recommend it. If you've never seen Halloween before, I would say watch Halloween 1978, then Halloween 2018 to get a better idea. But I think if you're a fan and you've watched all the other films, I think if you watch it with a clear mind, it is a really good film. I think it's just annoying when you've seen all the other films and it could have gone many different ways. It could have gone different ways that would have made more sense. But I think as a sequel and its own little film, it is a worth a watch. I would highly recommend seeing it. So moving on to Halloween Kills 2020. There's only a short trailer, the link is in the description below. But what we do know for sure is there's going to be some returning original characters, such as Marion Chambers, who worked with Dr. Loomis. Tommy Doyle and Lindsay Wallace will also be returning. And I think for me, because we know there's going to be another film, Halloween Ends 2021, next year, that it's going to be one of two films. I think it's either going to be an action-packed film, like Halloween 2018, or it's going to be a build-up film leading up to Halloween Ends. And I think for me, it just depends on how that goes. Because we can also expect some flashbacks, going all the way back to when Michael was captured at the end of the original film. And whether they'll explain a bit more on that, which will explain how Laurie's character is the way she was in Halloween 2018. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to the film. It comes out this October, so it's not like we've got to wait years for it. But for me, I think it just depends on what type of film it's going to be. Whether it's going to be a build-up film or whether it's going to be an actual action-packed film. But it should be excited because you are seeing original characters. There's just more I wish I could say on it. But I think what I'll probably end up doing is maybe a reaction video on the film when I've seen the film and give my thoughts on the film that way when I know a bit more about the film and a bit more of what's gone on. But I mean, if you have your own opinions and your own thoughts, please leave them in the comments. But that's going to be it for this video. So I'd just like to finish this video off by saying a huge thank you to everyone that voted on Instagram on whether or not I should have made this video or not. It really does mean a lot to me. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like. And also, if you haven't already, don't forget to vote in the poll in the top right corner. And until next video.